the teaching according to conditions by using provisional teachings. So this is what it is. So the provisional teaching is not the ultimate teaching that the Buddha wanted to teach, because of the condition and the capabilities. So condition and the capabilities for the Buddha did was to write provisional teachings. But that provisional teaching doesn't mean it's not about the truth, but it's not about the full Dharma that he wanted to do. So the lead into the Dharma, the truth, the use the skillful means to teach, the small vehicle and the middle vehicle. But do so when the meaning is still within, is very profound. And this is what requires the skillful language to teach. So if you recall that some time back I mentioned that the words, you see, worldly words are meant to describe worldly things. Worldly words were never constructed to describe non-worldly things, because it will never be understood. So that's the reason why when we listen to Dhamma, we need to listen to the essence of the words, or the truth of those words. And it will require contemplation to realize the essence of the words which are contained in there. So in Master's explanation, they say that learning the Buddha's way, it's inseparable from skillful means. So in other words, not only that you learn the truth, but got to learn together with the skillful means. So in the 10th ground, Bodhisattva, the Master has mentioned, one of the either level, I think is the 7th ground. The 7th ground, it's about skillful means, attaining that level. So even at the Bodhisattva level, you're talking about the 7th ground, only reach that level of skillful means that one is able to attain. So therefore, it's a very, very, obviously, it's a very high level of practice. So we are still adhering to the principles as we use various methods to explain the Dharma. So there's no deviation on the principles of the Dharma, but the way the method being used will be adapted according to the condition and the capabilities of the people. So therefore, the principles are not too profound and easy for people to understand. So we teach according to the principles, and so without compromising the truth of those words. And this requires skillful language. So then when Master went on to explain about, this is just a reminder of the 37 requisites of enlightenment. And the Master said, he already covered the 4 right efforts, the 4 bases of fulfilling power, and the 4-fold mindfulness. So these are the 12 out of the 37. The 7 practices of enlightenment, or sometimes referred to as the 37 factors of enlightenment, or the 37 requisites of enlightenment. So the 4 right efforts are two of the wholesome thoughts, whatever, or a wholesome thought has not a reason, arouse it to arrive to a reason. And one which is already reason, a wholesome thought which is a reason, maintain it. Unwholesome thought hasn't a reason, it prevent it. Wholesome thought which has already a reason, maintain it. Then the 4 bases of fulfilling power is about aspiration, the effort of thought, and the wisdom, or the investigative wisdom that we should be very mindful of. Then the 4-fold mindfulness is, remember that the one is the body is impure, feelings is suffering, that the mind is impermanent, and the phenomena is without self. And so these are of the 12. So there's another 5 set, we call the 5 spiritual faculties or power, and then there's 5 spiritual strength plus the noble evil part that will add up all to 37. So we must also quickly eliminate the evil, and that's using these 4 right efforts, including the fulfilling power and the mindfulness. And to prevent evil, there's not reason from arising, and this is what the efforts is. So before and even an evil thought arises, we need to prevent it from happening. So therefore, in doing so, we refrain from all the evils. We all do good deeds, and this is the teaching of the Buddha. So as we learn the Buddha's way, Master reminded us that we must not look down on skillful means, that they are the true Dharma. So one who is able to express the Dharma, to inspire others, that requires skillful means. So good words, not just good deeds, good words and good deeds, then will create an endless cycle, in the end lead them to understand the path for people to get out of samsara. So no matter whatever is used, in the end, we can come together with the path and the true principles. So next, the lessons learned. So with skillful means, the Buddha patiently taught based on principles. So do so by adapting conditions. So in very much the same way as we walk the path and we share the Dharma with people, we need to be able to understand their thoughts. But if the mind is already closed, extremely difficult to do so, because if you push for it, instead of doing them any good, actually you push them away, and that will even close the mind off from listening. And so this got to be very, very mindful of this. And there are many types of people out there. So therefore, we got to be careful of the condition they are in and the mindset they are in. I mean, for example, one who is suffering a great deal, how can you just go jump in and say, let me explain to you about the Dharma? Because if the body is already suffering in great pain, how can one understand the Dharma well? And it's important to appreciate that even for ourselves in practice. So therefore, keeping our body healthy is necessary. A good body is necessary before you can have a good mind. Only with a good mind you can able to discern the Dharma. So in contemplation, I try to pick up from my spiritual diary, if you like, to relating to this. And this was done a few years ago. And so this is a little bit long, but it relates to what it is teaching today. The understanding of the path of practice may be profound, but your thoughts must be simple. So you see, in contemplation, we get to learn to understand and the profundity of the teaching. But it's important that the thoughts must be simple, because if the thoughts is simple, then the words can be expressed in a way that is simple. And simplicity in profundity is a skillful means, because and it's a skill to be expressed in very simple words. So speak words that are simple, yet profound, that one understands. Then the benevolent deeds are skillful means for you to connect with others as you serve. So with skillful means, you can serve efficaciously, so that you do just so that you do to elevate their pains, but they are inspired to help themselves out of sufferings. So I missed out the word not, so that you do not just elevate the pain, but they are inspired to help others out of suffering. And that is what we should be doing. So a relationship is just a one-liner, a very simple relationship that skillfully stir a disagreement into a dialogue for the congruence of minds. Okay, that's all I have today. Thank you so much.
Gan En so much, Brother